Hey, you guys, and welcome. It is Saturday, March 22nd, 11:20 a.m. And the road is still here, despite everything that's went on in the past weeks or so. And we're going to talk about that in a different segment. But I wanted to talk to you guys about the event my wife and I went to yesterday. And it was really great. It was sponsored by Terry Moore Productions, and it was incredible, you guys. It was for couples, right? So it was basically for married couples to really kind of get advice from other married couples on what um, what to do better, almost like a best practices, what's working for them, information on their struggles, things that they have done or things they overcame. There were, because of the sensitive nature of things that were discussed. Um, this is the event, actually, you can see right here. I probably should have put that somewhere in the lower third, cover me, but this was it. It was conversation, the conversation and relationship forum, making it work. It was great. It was really great. And we showed up there. Terry asked everybody to get there at 6:15. The event started at 7, so you can kind of talk people over how the flow was going to go. This was our first time doing it. I think he said this was his first time putting on a couples forum, so he didn't really know what the response or the turnout was going to be. And we got there. There was him and I think the host, the lady, was there. And then it was two other couples came in. One of the couples we had known from some years back when we all went to the same church together. Shout out to Grace Bible Fellowship in Antioch. And I was like, okay, well, it's cool if it's just these two couples. We're just going to talk. This would be great. And within about like 15, 20 minutes, the room was packed. I mean, and they had people that were there just to get information who may have been in a relationship but not married yet. There were singles asking questions. They talked about blended families. They talked about how do you discipline when you have a blended family. They talked about struggles in finance. My wife and I talked about what it's like to work together as a married couple. You know, over the years, people have asked me, and they've been like, you know, how do you do that? Because literally, she is right over there. She has what she calls her lab, and I want to really build out. We actually probably build more space here in the property, but this building that's just her lab. But I don't think now I like to be that far away from her. But she's literally like about a foot away from me. So at any given time, I could be like, I need help, and I can turn to her, and she'll come over to my work area and help me. But she is surrounded by a lot of computer screens and everything. That's what we call it, her lab. Anyway, we talked about what is it like, that dynamic when you see the person at work, because of course, you know, we work for ourselves. When you see the person, when you lay down, you go to bed, when you see the person, when you wake up in the morning, is that too much? You know, some people said over years, I just need a break. She has went and sometimes it's like helped our daughter when our daughter was giving birth. She would be there, and I was here maybe for a day or something. And that's right. And we were there, and my daughter was in the hospital. She stayed in the hospital overnight with my daughter. And I went and I rented a hotel room because I was like, you know, I could stay at my other daughter's house, but the kids were not. Shout out to Sasha Derek. Love y'all. Right. But I was like, Dad just want to sit there and watch Star Trek and just chill. But it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. I was able to sprawl out on the bed and just be me, but it wasn't the same. So, you know, we talked about all of that and what it's like. So it was very interesting and very, really eye-opening, you know. And then, of course, afterwards, the young lady that has a podcast on YouTube called Trauma Talk, she asked if she could interview us. And I said, okay. I said, well, while you're doing it, let me just grab a clip. So I just want to run this clip to show you guys what this was. Let me just run this clip for you guys real quick here.
The flooring market.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah. Yeah.
out here in Sacramento, California.
Yes.
And I am here with Teen Watts.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Married for over 30 years. All right now. So thank you so much for joining me. My question for you two today is, how would you describe a trauma-free lifestyle?
I feel a trauma-free lifestyle is one where we can cope with the problems and stresses that may come, but still be able to center ourselves and know that we'll get through it, that there's a solution and we can push through it.
And I like what one of the couple said tonight. They said basically knowing that the person whom you may be irritated with or angry with has your best interest at heart. At the end of the day, they are not your enemy.
Okay.
You know, so when you put that in perspective, you go, no matter what's going on out there, but in here, I'm safe with this person.
Absolutely.
Yes. So that was just a quick segment of that interview. It was really great. You guys check out her YouTube podcast on YouTube called Trauma Talk. Very good. So I wanted to say that it was really good, and I recommend you guys. We're on the mailing list. Excuse me. So as we get more information about, they do 17 events a year, he said. So as we get more information about the events he has, they have a poetry program called Love Jones, after, of course, the Love Jones movie, if you guys have seen that, and a lot of other events for singles and things like that. So as we get them, I will share them with you and everything, and it's really great. So I just wanted to also say to you guys, make sure if you have a business. Now, I didn't grow up on it, but I used to watch the Home Shopping Network, you know, because when I was growing up, I was watching it like, okay, let's see, they got stuff I really wouldn't buy because at the time you need a credit card, and I was like 16, and, you know, we're just watching like, okay, they got a radio on there. This is back in the 80s, you know, and they had like the huge beatbox. And I'm like, man, look at that, it's $100. And I would get that. So since I was watching Home Shopping Network, and I was like, wow, if I ever have the ability to do something like this, I would do it. Everything you ask for, be careful what you ask for, because God will be like, oh, really? Okay, bet. Boom. So now, of course, we have a television network, and one of our channels is called Slay. You're right. It starts with selling large all year, right? So that's kind of the acronym. And so if you have a business, if you have a product or service, and like a lot of times you look at like the Home Shopping Network, HSN, you need at least $1 million in business to even be considered, and they only do products. I watched a documentary to kind of see how their flow worked. And like, say you're selling the ShamWow. You literally have to, if you're going to sell 100,000 units, you have to ship 130,000, I think, units to their warehouse that they hold. And then when you go on there, of course, you have to have $1 million in sales. You pay them, you go on their show. And then what happens is, as they're selling them, they ship them from their warehouse because they do all the fulfillment. If somebody says, I didn't get it, it got lost, it was damaged, they'll replace it from your extra inventory. That's why if you're selling 100,000, there has to be a buffer. Because what they're not going to do is have it to where the person paid for it. They said it was shipped out, the person didn't get it. Now the person's going to order from them and it didn't even come. That looks bad on them, because now people like, I'm not going to order from them because I might not get my product either. So they always got a buffer. So you ain't got that economy of scale. They're not trying to mess with you. We don't do that. Also, Home Shopping Network and everything, they don't do services, only products. So we do services and products on the Slay channel, and we're about to really launch that. We've had it for over a year. We've had so much going on. I haven't been able to focus on that. I've got some great businesses, including the Everything Sauce, which you guys are going to see that episode. She recorded it probably about a month or so ago. Wonderful. The CEO of that company is Everything Sauce. She's in Puerto Rico, but she sent out some products. We did the segment, and it's great. And I really got to get that out to you guys because it's a really great segment. As a matter of fact, we're going to do some special promotions for her for being so patient for us launching that. But if you have a business and you have a product or service, you guys, we really want to promote you. So if you're interested, you can email what you see right down here. Email me, DWatson on Stage Plus, about our shopping TV channel showcase program, and let's get you set up. This weekend, I will be coming to the Bay. We have an event we're doing in Brentwood, but if that's tomorrow. So if there's something you have or whatever, maybe we can meet, we can talk about it. I always travel with my camera, my road dog here, a little camera, but it packs a powerful punch. And then, of course, so if there's something we need to kind of get a little quick look at to see what it would look like, let me know so we can see if we can get you on television. Okay, so if you would like to join our family, right up here, you can scan the QR code and join our family. And of course, if you have a business, if you have a product or service you want to sell, Training Showcase, when I come on here, you guys, I'm always going to try and bring you guys value on something that's going on, something you should know about, or something I think might make you some revenue and something that's going to empower you. I'm never going to come on here and just be talking for the sake of talking and showing food I've eaten, because if it's not food that you can eat, what's the point, right? So every time I come on here, when I go live, just know I'm either going to be giving you information or offering you an opportunity, okay? Right there, information or an opportunity. So that's what I'm doing. I got this call. Hey, wait, let me wrap up. So I'm just getting off here. But you guys, thanks so much for checking out, and I'll be back with you guys soon. Bye.